Shake it. And great day, everyone. Great day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Of course, we are here for the Saturday Set Down. Thank you so much for being a part of our community as we adjust everything and get these flyers and images. We want the lighting to be well so we can serve you on this beautiful Saturday morning. I am so excited that many of you are able to join us this morning. And if you need to go get you a nice drink, a nice coffee, go get you a nice glass of water, maybe with a little cucumber, maybe with a little bit of lime inside of it. It is going to be a great opportunity for us to spend this time together. These next 25 minutes are going to be able to help you boost your week and bring it together, because the weekend is not the end of the week. The weekend is just the time for you to begin to do a little bit more, have a little bit more fun while you're doing what you do best, which is building yourself and building your business from the inside out to maximize with mastery so you can have an exponential existence. And truly, that is a choice. It's a choice. It's not left up to chance. And if you're here today, you've already agreed for us not to have this, for us to have this opportunity to do so. So today on the Saturday Set Down, I want to simply talk about, as it says, the money plan. How do we get control of money and make the money? Right? That's the key. If we can begin to think about that, I have this new book coming out, and the new book is entitled Money Mind Tales. And the reason why I wanted to focus on that is because many of us are seeping into the world of, I just got to make quick money. As long as I'm making money, I'm good. But we don't understand why we keep plateauing. Why do we keep plateauing? Why do we keep finding ourselves repeating the same behaviors, the same activities, the same limited amount of funds, instead of being able to actually to take a pause and walk with me on this journey to explore what I mean by the money plan. So again, the money plan is a system that allows you to manage and allocate your money. Yep. Allocate, manage, and create your money. Your money. Now, you might say, well, I work a job. Sure, but it's still your money when you get paid, and how you allocate and deal with it is going to be totally up to you, and begin to really harness you into a place where you can grow and become stronger and more manageable in your existence of who you are. So a money plan is a system of habits, beliefs, and practices that are going to surround you and prevent that mind tale, that tale that's telling you that you only can do money a certain way, that you're incapable of managing money, that you're not able to harness the wealth and abundance that is innately within you, that code, that unction, that yearning that you're seeking is not something that is possible for you, because you're missing some component. You miss being born rich. You miss being born with or having access to a high college education or technical trade, or your business is just now starting out. Whatever excuse you're going to give yourself on today, I want you to pause and take a deep breath in through your nostrils and blow it out through your mouth. And that's blowing away all of those thoughts and times. Do it as many times as you need to, because every time a thought comes up, you want to replace it. You want to open up a space for there to be a new place for you to exist. So again, as you are sitting here with me as your lifestyle alchemist of mindset and money mastery, as your transformation engineer that is inviting you into a space that's going to allow me to take you into a territory that is going to take you beyond the system of failure, beyond the system of broke down, beyond the system of I can't this time, maybe next time. And that's okay on a lot of opportunities, But in this moment, I want you to only be open to learning something new that exists, and possibly there may be an opportunity for you to implement all of it, even if it's in a smaller scale. All right. That's what we're talking about on today here on the Saturday Set Down. So our first part of recognizing why we need a money plan is that we need to restructure and rebuild the way in which we are functioning. We're going to stop allowing ourselves to be distracted by current circumstances. We're going to begin to look at our lives as a whole together, you and I, on a regular, if not daily basis, and letting ourselves get an understanding of what money actually is. So what I like to do is I like to start out by telling people, before I talk about the money plan, let me assist you in rewriting that money tale that might be in your mind right now. So on the money tale, one of the things I want you to get is that a money tale is going to tell you the limitations, because ego wants to protect you. It doesn't want you to start doing, it doesn't want you to start having more failures and disappointments, because it knows the emotional toil that it's going to take on your body. So it starts telling you these stories to remind you that that's a danger. That's what our ego should do. It's about fight or flight. We've spoken of that before. But today I want you to consider that we're going to reteach and we're going to transmute or change the emotions that are attached to the word money, to the word plan, and to how we're actually going to set it up so and create some habits that allow money to do what it's supposed to do for you. So everybody take in a deep breath again and blow it out. Don't tell me that you don't have any money. That's not important. What is important in this time is that we understand that money is available to you. Money is a tool. Money is accessible to you because you create it and you manage it. Money is a servant. It likes to be told what to do so that it can please you. If you can begin to embrace those type of conversations within yourself, your money tale becomes very different than what we are when we're thinking in a scarcity, lack, and limited access viewpoint. So again, money is a tool. Money is available to you. Money is a servant that likes to be told what to do so that it can please you. And money likes to circulate and grow. If we can keep those components in our mind moving on a regular basis, and guess what? Money doesn't care who has it as long as it is doing those, recognizing those attributes about money. So your money plan is you simply, one, taking in those knowings about money and beginning to tell it what to do and place it in environments that allows it to grow. So a money plan is a system of habits and practices that you will do whenever you have money. And if you get into this habit of doing these practices and habits with this money plan, you'll be able to begin to accumulate and compound some money, and that you can be able to do some things that you would like to do without the extra stress, without the worry, and without the doubt. I mean, wouldn't that make your life a lot better? I mean, I know for myself. So I'll give you a first example. So I actually have two components of how I manage money, besides the ones you heard about in the Cash Now program. One of the things I do is I take all the cash, any coins that I have, and I always take the coins, no matter whether it's 1 penny or a whole pocket full or a purse full of coins, and I take it and I dump it into these two elephants that I keep in my bathroom. They're banks. They are banks. I put them into the elephant. Well, the other day, I let my daughter take my truck, and she was driving, and she had my purse, which had my wallet, which had my cards in there. And so, but I needed to go somewhere. I needed cash. So what I did was I went to those elephants and I pulled out about $5 in dollar bills, dollar bills. And then I started counting all the silver money. And just in the quarters alone, I had $37 just in the quarters alone. So I was able to begin to move into a movement. I had cash that was readily available that allowed me to put some money in my pocket. So I stopped at the bank and I converted it to dollar bills, and then I went about my way. But that's an example of creating a habit. The habit is whenever I get change back, I dump it into my purse, excuse me. And then on Saturdays, I take my purse, dump it on my bed, and then I take the coins and put them into the elephants in the bathroom. Yep, on my little beauty stall that's in the bathroom, I have these two elephants. So when I'm sitting there, they're on either side. The other thing that I do is I implement the money plan. And I even implement that with my children and grandchildren because I want to create a legacy of the same thing. I want to create a legacy that allows them the opportunity to not feel that they're bound by economic limitations. I want them to understand that they are creating the wealth that they desire. They're not waiting for someone to pour it into them. They're actually going to create the scaffolding, the foundation that's going to get them to where they want to be and make this money. So the second part of it is the money plan. So the money plan comes from having a habit, not just putting coins away for me, but it's also about whenever I get money, I am going to allocate. I'm going to tell my servant what to do. I'm going to use it as a tool versus using it as something that I'm afraid of. I'm going to use it as a tool to open up some opportunities and give me back some control over my life and the things that I want to do. So the first thing that we're going to do is that when I get money, I take 10% and I put it right away into a savings account. I wanted to make sure that I don't even touch it. It goes to a bank account that's in a whole nother state that I don't even have a debit card or a credit card attached to. So the money is sitting there. So 10% goes right away. Then I take another 10% and I place it into what's called the me account, Marrian Efua, the me account. Now the me account I set up through a low cost banking system. I did it through Capital One 360. I've had it for maybe like now 10 years when I started rebuilding my wealth. And I send money there and I call it the me account. Now with that 10%, I only use that money for me to play, for me to enjoy myself. So whatever that 10% is in there, if I got $100 in there, then that means my budget is going to be $100 until the next time I have some available 10% cash to go into there. And I do that with any money that I get. If I get money from a client, if I get money from a family or friend, I always put that 10% into my play account, 10% into my savings account. I never deter from that because those are two areas that are going to make sure that I am able to enjoy the greater parts of my life. The third area that we put money into is we're going to put 10% towards some type of education. Education could be a traditional course or workshop. It could be a book that you want to read that is going to enhance your current level of skills, talents, and abilities. Maybe you want to go to that conference that is being offered by your current employer, or you want to be able to go and coach or have a mentor. That's the type of thing you want to use for that. So 10% of your money should be going for that, because the more information that you have, that you arsenal yourself with, the more you're able to fight off the battles of poverty, the battles of inconsistent income, and you begin to build a legacy of wealth and abundance, because that is naturally, innately who we are, wealth and abundance. Everything in nature affirms that every time you turn around. When you plant a seed, the seed doesn't say, I can only grow so tall into so much. It says, I'm going to become whatever I'm going to become, and I'm going to keep producing, and I'm going to keep growing until I reach the plateau that allows me to do it, and I can produce new seeds that are going to continue off to represent me. I know, whole nother conversation. Join me another time, we'll talk more. So then the other area I want to tell you about, so we got our savings, we have our play money, we now have our education fund. I want to talk to you about charity. Many of us want to donate to a charity event or organization or religious organization, spiritual organization, your favorite charity. That's fine. And most people, I say, do 5 to 10% of that. You make that decision. on what you want to do with your charity contribution, because you should be, the wealthy are philanthropists. So of course you should be giving back, right? I don't know if your cousin or your child that's always coming back asking for a little extra, if they could be considered charity. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I want you to put 5 to 10% away for you to donate and give to charity. And that also can include you volunteering. So you could say, I'm going to give away 5%, and then I'm going to donate what's equivalent to another 5% with my time or my products or services. Okay, that's another good way to consider to be a philanthropist. Everything doesn't have to be money. Okay. And lastly, we're coming into another account that I want you to put 10% in, and that's called the debt and the freedom account. Your debt reduction / freedom account. It depends on where you are. If you have a high amount of debt, then you want to start putting 10% away so that it can start compounding, that you can start paying down your debt, getting rid of the things that need to get taken care of, high credit card amounts, old loans, paying on your student loans. I cannot stress this enough. Even if they give you a repayment plan that says you don't have to pay, I don't care, just send $1, $10, $15. What that's doing is that's stopping the amount of daily compounding interest that is coming on your student loans. Another conversation, another time. Reach out to me if you want to learn more, which I will open up for you. Of course, we're always available for you here. I always give away a free consultation. You can always go directly to our site, and you can go to, I'll put that up a little bit later to tell you how you can contact me, but I'm always available for a consultation to support you through. And it's an hour-long consultation to look at some of the goals you have and look at what I'm offering you, what I'm sharing with you, and helping you realize it really is possible. Okay. All right. And our last one is going to be the one that everybody's been saying, why ain't she talking about bills? Why she ain't talking about bills? Because bills, while important, and you should pay them on time and pay them regularly because they do impact your credit score. 95% of all the business, 95% of all the things that get accomplished are accomplished through credit agreements, and 5% about cash, right? Most people are looking for an opportunity. The most opportunities you're going to get is when you can utilize the credit debit system versus cash, right? So that's the areas that you need to focus on. So you want to pay your bills, you want to pay them on time, you want to negotiate those bills when you cannot pay the full amount, but you definitely want to begin to pay your bills. And that should be 55 to 60% of your income. 55 to 65% of your income. Marrian, I'm in debt. There's no way I can just pay it. Okay, fine. Excuse me. This is live. This is live. I'm choking. I'm going to ask for some water, so hang on. So you want to dedicate those amounts into those areas so that your money can work best for you as a tool, as a servant, that it can open up opportunities for you, that it can begin to give you a new perspective around your wealth development. Many people think when I talk about a money plan, I'm going to talk about stocks and investments. Yes, that is part of it. I do talk about that in the Money Mind Tales book that I have coming out in August. I do. But if you don't have this first part done, it won't matter. You won't be able to invest because you don't have that. I mean, your education fund could go into investment. Your freedom fund could go into your investment. So it gives you the opportunity to play with that. But you want to start the habit. Now listen, if you cannot afford to put at this present moment, if you are unable to allocate, if you are unable presently to allocate, tell your money in that amount of 10% in those categories, the only things you have to commit to having are the habits and the practice of putting the money in those areas. That means that you should every month minimally be putting $1 in each of those accounts that we talked about. So pay your bills. If your bills have to get paid at 85%, that means you need to be making sure you minimally are putting $10 into every account that is not your bills. I'm just saying. So you only get $10 to play with until your next opportunity to get $10 for play money. But it's creating a habit just like me with those coins that's going to give me a dividend and a return. I know, think about that. Can you, I mean, seriously, I didn't even finish counting and I was at $37 and there's still more in there. Okay. And they're not huge elephants. Okay. But the habit, the practice of putting them, just like when you come to the house, you place your key a certain place, or where you put your juice on a certain spot in the refrigerator, or you store your groceries in a certain way in the pantry. These are patterns and habits, and the patterns and habits that we take on are going to influence how well we can have the exponential existence that I talk about, which is a life of increased focus, which is a life of fulfillment, which means that it is the completion of the very vision and the promises that you've made to yourself. And that you're also going to have financial security, that you're going to have security within your personal and professional relationships that continue to grow and multiply exponentially without limits. And you're going to leave that legacy, of course, right? Because once you start doing it, you're going to teach your children and your grandchildren. So with that, I want to remind you, you have the money plan. You're going to engage in this money plan as a way for you to live an exponential existence at the current incremental stage that you are right now. What's more important than the percentages is that you're willing and open to allow yourself to do something that is not the usual, to give you the unusual, extraordinary life and experience that you desire. So how do I do this? What do I need to happen? What needs to happen? Well, one of the things you need to do is to remember what it is you really want out of your life. What is it that you desire? What is it that you are experiencing? What is it that you want to build upon to make your life an important legacy of wealth and peace and abundance and community and love? That's what you want to do. You want to experience all the wisdom, all the opportunities that are coming your way. Right? So again, you want to put 10%. You want to put 10% into your savings. You want to put, maybe that's where you start at. You just only put 10% in your savings just for you, and you make sure you put the $10 in every other category. So let's just say that's $100. Can you commit to do $100 every month? And then we find some other ways that I show my clients and my family members. I show them how to make cash now based upon your talents, your skills, and your abilities. We make cash now. So you can have that extra play money, that extra money to go in your savings, the extra money for your education. But you're not taking away as you're reducing your debt. You can find ways to do it. It takes commitment, it takes dedication, and you absolutely positively have that ability. So tonight I want to invite you, if you want to get a free download of the money plan, to actually get the actual money plan workbook, this is what you have to do for me tonight. All you have to do is go get your copy right now, and you're going to go to bit.ly/ready with a capital R, the number 2, grow. Because we are ready to grow. We are ready to grow. We are ready to build ourselves in a level that is going to be supportive of that which we see in our vision. When you get that dream, when you have that dream, it's just little snippets of that vision. And then you come together with someone like myself who serves the Life Alchemist, and I'm able to take those pieces and kind of help you get the glue that's necessary for you to put them together so you can have the full benefit of all of those beautiful, beautiful pieces that lead to your exponential existence. Happiness, wholeness, fulfillment, focus, financial security, quality relationships, and a legacy of the same. Because it is your choice, not chance, that is going to boost you into the next level. So again, thank you for joining me here on today for the Saturday Sit Down. We're here every Saturday. I repeat, we're here every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. Arizona time zone. We have our separate time zone. We don't go forward. We don't fall back. Currently, that is Pacific time zone. So you can join us here every Saturday for the Saturday Sit Down. Remember to go over to our site at bit.ly/ready with a capital R, the number 2, grow. Ready to grow to get your free copy of the money plan and an opportunity to talk to me one-to-one as I walk you through the specifics. Until next time, thanks for joining us here on the Saturday SatDown. I am Marrian Efua, your life alchemist of transformation engineer of mindset and money. And before I go, I want to make more requests. I want to invite you to join me here in Arizona. In Arizona, December 7th through the 9th, and we can talk about an opportunity for you to spend 3 days working on your money, mastering you. It's called the Mastering Me Retreat. You're going to work on your money. You're going to work on your personal development. You're going to work on having some fun. You're going to meet some more people that are just as powerful, and some powerful speakers and trainers are going to be joining me. But that's going to happen in December 7th through the 9th. So join me again for next Saturday. We'll be back here at 11:30 a.m. Arizona time zone. And this is going to be our spot where we have a Saturday SatDown and have the conversations about the real things that really matter from the inside out. Until next time,